Yo, what up players? Thanks for checking out the video. In this one I just wanted to announce that I am giving away a free Nintendo Switch. As you guys can see, right here it is. Oh yeah. All you have to do to enter this giveaway is simply leave a like on the video and also subscribe if you haven't. And make sure you click that bell. The reason why is because that's how I'm going to be choosing the winner. I'm going to be choosing one lucky winner. So, good luck everyone who decides to participate in this. And I might do another giveaway sometime in the future. Last one. Kablam. Yay. Alright, so I'm going to start off with a strat on how to take down Templar really fast. Now this is a strat that works for me. Maybe some of you guys know something else that works for you. That's cool. You don't have to be like, well, Rifle, in my opinion, my strat works better. That's awesome. Good for you. Keep it to yourself. In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys a strat that worked really well for me. Hopefully ends up helping you guys out. I guess first things first, let's start on the oracles. So, I have a few members of my squad stay over here on the right side to worry about oracles, while the relic holder and one other person is on the other side taking out the oracles over there. Once we have taken out 3 different phases of oracles spawning in, that is when we decide to blast Templar with the relic. And once we end up blasting Templar with the relic, well, a little before, we start running over here where we first dropped down at. Reason why is because this is where we set up at to damage Templar. So before I get into the relic holder and what he does, I just want to quickly mention back here you want to make sure you pop a weapons of light bubble, and also the whole team has sleeper simulants or a Gallahorn. That could also work, but sleepers preferably because those do a lot of damage and I highly suggest them. Especially with weapons of light and a tether, oh my gosh, you're going to be doing an insane amount of damage. Also keep in mind, don't have a lot of tethers on the team. If you have like 3 or 4 hunters, or hey, maybe even more, make sure not everyone is using tethers, because that's just pointless. If people are able to set up with Celestial Nighthawk, then do it. I was actually rocking Celestial Nighthawk, and I was doing a lot of damage each golden gun shot. It was basically like a 3 times sleeper simulant shot. So yeah, make sure that you have Celestial Nighthawk active, especially if another person can use it, or maybe even another person, you're going to be doing quite a bit of damage. Just make sure there is at least 1 tether and 1 weapons of light. Now, let's get into the relic holder and what he or she is supposed to be doing. As you can see here, on this side, you want to make sure you can crouch behind this pillar, because if you're crouched behind this, you don't really have to worry about the Templar hitting you whatsoever, but you will have to worry about the ads and whatnot shooting you. But if you're able to turn invisible, over crouching, I believe it's the Stalker perk on the Blade Dancer, then definitely use that because that can help out. If you can't, no biggie, you're still able to do this. Just make sure you call out if you need some ad help on that side, and have your team, focus on a little bit of ads over there, so you're able to run onto the other side freely without having to worry about dying. Once you're over here though, there's also another little area that you can stand at to block Templar from teleporting. As you can see, you can just stand right here, and this will still be able to block Templar. So once again, on the other side, you can crouch behind that pillar and block the line of sight from the Templar, and over here all you have to do is just simply stand. And it's that simple. Keep going back and forth until your team with sleeper simulants hopefully finally kills Templar. And that is how I completed the challenge, everybody. So hopefully this strat ends up helping you guys out. Now let's get into the Gorgons. How are you able to kill all the Gorgons? It's actually not that hard. It takes a lot of patience though. There's a lot of people that like to just rush out and just start attacking Gorgon after Gorgon, especially if you die a lot on them. You just want to get it over with. But the key is patience. So, I actually suggest, of course it's not a necessity, but if you have 4 hunters on your team, have them all use Celestial Nighthawks. Oh, you would get this done so freaking fast. But if not, that's fine. I only had 1 other person on my team using a Celestial Nighthawk, but we still was able to do it, as you can see. Anyways, here's the strat that I used. So for the first one over here at the right, that's what we targeted, and we had someone popping Melting Point. Of course, that's not a necessity. Just do what you can to take out each Gorgon. Also, make sure you are using swords. I don't suggest Raise Lighter. Unfortunately, some of you guys will be like, what? Why? Raise Lighter's a beast. The reason why is because it can knock back the Gorgons, and that can be quite annoying trying to take them out. So if you have Dark Drinkers, I suggest using that sword rather than the Raise Lighter. Also, once again, if you have Celestial Nighthawks, use them against the Gorgons because those do an insane amount of damage. especially if you have a tether on a Gorgon. Oh my gosh, we're talking about killer damage there. If you have a Titan on your team, make sure he is using weapons of light, because that also can do an insane amount of damage. And keep in mind not to pop weapons of light after you get caught. Pop it before, because yeah, waiting in that bubble to get weapons of light can be time wasting, and you're going to need as much time as possible to take out each Gorgon. It's going to get harder each Gorgon you kill. I believe it's like the 5th one where it actually gets pretty tough. But once you take out all 11, you will end up completing the challenge. Once again, it is all patience here, guys. If you have tethers, make sure you use your tether. It's no rush. This is not a time limit challenge. It's just a challenge to take out all Gorgons. So take your time. If you have to wait for supers to build, wait for them. That's what me and my squad was doing. We were like, hold up, let's wait for our supers to build. And then we went out again and took on another Gorgon or two. We always made sure we had at least one golden gun ready though. I will say that much. Celestial Nighthawk was a huge help against these Gorgons. Also, in case you guys don't know, this is pretty important to know. When you first go down there, if you do this in one try without wiping, so once again, patience is going to be key here, you will unlock a secret vault door down here that will have a chest and some potential goodies out of it. Keep in mind though, your whole team cannot wipe whatsoever, so if you end up dying from the Gorgon's gaze, then you won't have a chance to get the chest out of that vault door. Oh, and also make sure you take the right path in the very beginning. Don't go straight out. And once again, take your time. Stay to the far right and take on the Gorgons going that way, rather than going toward the middle first. Sooner or later, you'll end up wrapping around to the middle. At least that's what me and my squad did, and it worked out fine. Hopefully it ends up being the same scenario for you guys. Now, let's get on to the last and final strat that I'm going to be sharing with you guys in this video. These are the best strategies that end up helping me out, so I'm sharing them with you all. For the last and final one, Atheon, of course. I will say something really funny happened when we first killed Atheon on one of our characters. One of my buddies ended up punching him to death because he was like a speck of health. I never seen someone actually punch a 390 Atheon to death. Like, it was just funny. All of us died, but he managed to get the clutch in, and we all got our rewards, and we completed the challenge. Anyways, how you're able to kill Atheon in one go, make sure everyone is getting at least one oracle in, because that's how you're able to complete this challenge. Everyone is needing to get one oracle kill if you're wanting to kill Atheon in one phase. So the first squad that goes in the teleporter, those are going to be the first 3 to take on the oracles. If you have a sleeper, maybe use a shot on an oracle because it basically kills it in one hit. Once that squad has officially killed their oracles, the next squad will come into the teleporter and take on one oracle each. So everyone has an oracle kill now. Then they want to exit out. Of course, make sure you're calling it out, like, so your other team knows when to go in. So you're about to take on the last oracle and have the other team starting to go in so they can take out their 3. And also make sure you call out what side you're on. Right, left, whatever you call it. Mars, Venus, whatever. Anyways, once you got that part, now we want to head toward the center. Make sure you pop a weapons of light in the back, of course, on the center platform. And also make sure you guys are tethering if you have them available. Tether is a key to kill Atheon in one phase. And also weapons of light, of course. So, once you've gotten those available, make sure you just unload sleepers on them. And that is how you complete the challenge and kill Atheon in one phase. Also, in case you guys are wondering, is there a faster way to get your hands on the Vex Mytho class or a certain weapon or armor? Of course not, but there is something you can do to increase your chances of drops from Atheon. And I know some people call Atheon Atheon because that is how he is actually pronounced. But I'm not that technical, alright? I've always called him Atheon, so I'm going to continue to call him freaking Atheon. Hate me if you want. Punch me right in my nutsack. Do whatever you want. I don't care. I'm still calling him Atheon. Screw you guys that are so technical with these words. It makes me cringe. Like, actually, his name is pronounced Atheon, not Atheon. Get it right, you loser. Oh my gosh. Alright, I'm going too far. And by the way, I know I just said there is no faster way to get a certain weapon unless you are using the brand new spanking consumable thanks to the Age of Triumph called the Knuckles of Ao though, because that might get you a better weapon that you are looking for. Of course, that's why they added that into the game, to grant you better RNG, so you don't have to praise to RNGs as much. You can just simply pop a Knuckles of Ao and just hope for the best. Anyways, Thanks for taking the time to watch and listen. Hopefully you found this video enjoyable and as well as informative. I'm out of here though. Peace.